working and living as an artist, I have certainly taken some wrong pathways in terms of my work and life balance. So today I'm going to share with you 5 things that I have found really helpful, that I have improved on, that I thought might be helpful for you too. So I started looking up, as you do on the internet, the question, like, what's your biggest struggle as an artist? So I actually came up with some really interesting things on Reddit, and I thought I might sort of respond to some of their answers. So they typed in, what is your biggest struggle you deal with as an artist? The first one was low self-worth anxiety, feeling like garbage. Do you feel like that? I mean, I know sometimes I do. And that self-worth and that lack of confidence thing, like I just don't know if I can move forward. One of the things that I've really found really helpful is to not think about what others think. Often that lack of confidence is because you're like, I wish I was better. I wish I was like someone else. But no one else is really thinking about that. You're the one who's thinking about that. So it's about trying to just step back and go, it's okay. It's okay if I just start small. It's okay because this is just me. This is my journey. I know when I started out painting, I had no idea what paints to use. I was just using literally like a kid's brush from a schoolroom, and some poster paints is where I began. And I had no intention of anyone else seeing my work. And I want to encourage you also to be thinking like that, to create things that no one might ever see, or that you're not thinking that anyone else would see. And it's all about your journey and what you're going through. And that will help that anxiety. It'll actually really lift anxiety also. What are some of the other ones? Uncertainty, apathy, the internet. So uncertainty. Again, I just want you to take that little step back again. What is it that brings you alive? Just write some stuff down. Like, what is it that brings you alive? Is it color? Is it nature? Is it the universe, space, planets? Is it animals? What are some of the things that brings you alive? Even the things that you enjoy doing can really help you know what you want to be doing. Time management, sometimes beyond my control, sometimes mismanaged, sometimes spent sleeping from exhaustion. You're one of those people. Time management. A lot of people come here and they're looking at us painting and they're like, oh, it's amazing. Do you want to join classes? Oh, I don't have time. Well, okay, let's have a little talk about this. Time. You will find the time to do the thing you need to do. If your friend is sitting next to you and they are about to, if they fall over and they break their leg, you're going to take them to hospital. You're going to take the time to do that because it is important to you. You have to do it, really. And everything else just stops. So are there, what's stopping you from doing that creative thing that you've always been wanting to do? You are not making time for it. You are not actually prioritizing. That's really hard to say that. Prioritizing that in your life. You're not making it, be the thing that you want to do. So, okay, dare I say, internet. Instagram's been a big thing for me. I've been putting my phone across the other side of the room when I go to bed now, and it's so good. I go to bed earlier. I wake up refreshed, and I can get on and do some work. I've got the time in my brain. My brain can actually use the time wiser, put it that way. I really encourage you to challenge yourself to carve out time. Even if you work 9 to 5, you work a lot of hours. Look, I have someone in my class who is a principal of a school. A principal of a school of like 600-700 people. He comes to my class twice a week, and he has prioritized time for himself. And that can be a challenge. If you feel like you're not worthy of giving time for yourself, that's another thing to work on. Okay, do some writing, my friend, if you need to do that, to find time. If you're saying, I've never got time, I don't have time, that is not true. You will find time for the things that you want to do. Have a think about the things that you've been doing that you really don't like doing, you don't want to do, and replace it with some creative stuff. You don't have to finish a project in a night. Come on, let's just do something little. All right, what else have we got here? Time management was that one. This is a big one. Creating art to please others. Oh my goodness. So, I mean, I did mention this a little bit earlier, but creating art to please others is just that just creates anxiety, creates all these other things, creates space where you don't have time because you're trying to do things that are beyond what you are capable of doing. Stop it. Let's just stop creating art for everyone else and start creating art for ourselves. It is not selfish. It is not something that's wrong. It is a wonderful, beautiful thing that will bring you alive. And the key thing is that piece of art that you make, doesn't have to be a painting, whatever it is, someone else is going to love it and they'll see the joy in it because you have done it. I hope some of that's been helpful for you. Just wanted to have a little chitter-chatter about some of the ways that I've really helped myself and that I know that I've helped others in this classroom and online to move forward in your artistic practice. You know, it's a really big thing is, you know, that trying to please others, lack of confidence and time, and being influenced by, you know, what's around you. That's the biggest thing I'm finding with all of this, with all these comments that I'm reading here. A lot of it is about the expectations that others have on you and the expectations that you put on yourself because of that. I want you to create things that bring you joy. If you're someone who wants to really get more confident in your painting, I wanted other people to have a resource that meant that you didn't have to feel unconfident about all of the things, all the colours even that you're going to use as a painter. So you can download that. It's got all the studio things that I use, all of the brushes. There's many things that I could think of. So hopefully that will be helpful for you. But I hope today's been helpful. I'd love you to put a comment below. What sort of artistic practice do you do and what do you find helpful to keep you rolling along? It'd be really great to hear comments because it's really helpful. I've noticed here, just reading those and some of the responses that people have had. We want to encourage each other and I want to encourage you. Keep creating, keep enjoying your creative process, whatever that is.